Okay, my name is Jackie Davidson, and my degree program is music production. I am here with my interviewee, Mr. Jason Davidson, and I'm just going to let you introduce yourself.
Hello. Okay, my name is Jason Davidson. I serve as a part-time math instructor at Lawson State Community College here in Birmingham, Alabama. I also do freelance graphic design, and I also work as a part-time graphic designer and installer for a local sign company.
Outstanding. So basically, this is for my art history course. And I chose you because I know what your degree program is, but there's also another reason that I chose you because you and I have a common interest. Me being in music production, and you are a member of the Green Seed.
The Green Seed.
Yes, tell me a little bit about that.
I've been a member of the Green Seed since 2007. It's me, a friend of mine, Randall Turner, and two DJs, Jeff Cohen and Fred French III. So it's two MCs, two DJs. We've been together since 2007. We just linked up with a local record label called Communicating Vessels. And our first official release off that label was an album named Drapetomania, which was released last year in September. So since then, we've been doing some touring. We've had the opportunity to go to New York a couple of times. So it's been a blast, and it's opened up a lot of different opportunities for us musically.
Outstanding. So let's just go ahead and dive on in. Jason,
Okay.
What do you see as the role of the visual arts in society today, particularly in your profession?
Particularly in my profession, in graphic design terms, as a designer, the internet and social media are not just they're not just supplements. They're not just things that I can use it. No, you have to use that nowadays in order to expand your reach, especially when you're talking about regional things. Me as a designer in the South, if I want my works to be seen, in New York or up north, I can also use the social networking tools that are available to us via Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter to get that work seen. If I just, hashtag the right person or send a link to someone in a different region. So being able to communicate what I do visually and get that to other markets is crucial. And a lot of times that's all people have to go on is if I want to know about a person, what do I see about that person? What does that person put out there on their website? What does that person put out there visually on their Facebook page? So all these things are critical, and that's why the visual media is very, very important. Really, no matter what field you're in, it plays a vital part in communicating what you do, any specializations, and how skilled you are at what you do to not just people in your area, but people in different areas.
Right, exactly. New communications and media technologies make imagery almost instantly available. Do you believe that this has a positive or negative influence on your field or your industry? And can you provide an example?
Yeah, in my industry, it's extremely positive. For example, when you go back about 5 years ago, maybe 7 years, where if you have a hip hop group or a band and you're trying to get the word out about a show that you have to print up flyers and you have to do physical things to get the word out so that people can see them. Now with social media, I don't have to do that. I can create a flyer or a poster about a show that I'm doing, and I can post it to my social media pages, and that's instantaneous reach for anybody who's following me or anybody who's connected to any part of that event or that show. Other groups, they can tag me in it, and all of a sudden you've created a network of people that know about what you're going to be doing and where you're going to be doing it and when.
Right.
So it's absolutely crucial in the music field.
Yeah, I would agree. What images are frequently repeated throughout your industry?
Images that are repeated throughout my industry, in terms of the flyers and banners and just promotional things that I see from different groups. Of course, a lot of photos, either photos of a group or photos of a hot chick. Whatever they feel is going to sell that event or sell whatever they're doing. So a lot of photography is used. You don't see a lot of imagery where it's just text or just, raw design. You see a lot of photography in everything that goes out nowadays.
And I know you dibbled and dabbled a lot in photography. So were you a key role player as far as when you guys put your album out?
Not this particular record, but records in the past, records that we put out in the past, I designed every cover. We've released 9 records even before the record that we just released, Drapetomania. We released 9 records, and 8 of those I did design for. And I combined different elements. I used photography for some, I drew some of them, and others I just used just raw, design tactics and design elements and text to come up with the images for the artwork.
Okay.
Or for the album artwork.
Okay. Who is one of your favorite visual artists, and what's your favorite style of visual art?
One of my favorite visual artists, I'm going to have to go way back to the Renaissance area, Vasily Kandinsky. He was a Russian expressionist painter from that era. As far as graphic design styles, I'm more so of the adventurous style. Adventurous style is where you experiment a lot with color, and you try to create imagery that kind of goes out of the box a little bit. It's kind of unconventional. So I prefer that method of design.
Okay. And last question. Has your knowledge of famous artworks influenced your creative process?
Yes, absolutely. Even when I was still in school pursuing my bachelor's degree in the arts, my art history class was probably one of the most informative classes I ever took in terms of design. You had always heard about Manet and Picasso and all these, and Cezanne and all these other famous artists that are world renowned and have their reputation precedes them. But it's something completely different to actually see their work and read about them and read about what influenced their work. So I find a lot of the works that I had to study, a lot of the works that I had to know, that style sort of creeps into what I do, whether it be a brushstroke style or a style of text or just a style of line. Different styles call for different line weights. The line weight of surrealism is different than the line weight of impressionism and expressionism. So a lot of that stuff does influence what I do nowadays.
Okay, outstanding. Well, I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I really do appreciate you coming through for me.
No doubt.
All right. Catch you later, man.
All right.